Many of
Mhm.
these AI-based approaches are very invasive and intrusive and probably expensive. While this might be fine for high performance people, how do we develop solutions that can be integrated into our normal food habits? And how do we reach those people at the bottom of the pyramid who cannot afford such solutions?
Okay, so actually there are multiple questions. First is how do we make AI non-intrusive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are sitting in an era where it's like a kid who just realized that he or she could use Lego building blocks and created a house and is very proud about it. And then someday, as people mature, oh, by the way, you can build a awesome apartment and building using bricks and so on. I think the convergence and whatever we have been talking about is at a stage where it's same like a kid who just realized that they're Lego blocks and you could just make something out of it. But to make it non-intrusive, and intrusive could mean a lot. One could be from the cost perspective. One could be from the way the data is captured into the AI. Which, for example, one of the product that I shared requires you to go and get your nutrigenomics test done. So that's pretty invasive in nature. And and the thing is that AI certainly needs data points. So I'll answer both of them. For invasive, yes, I think there's been a decent evolution on how data is captured. I just shared about, one way is, yeah, capturing very sensitive sensors. So it's all about sensor game. And if the sensors could approach, I mean, reach to a technology where they actually can sense a very deep information, we have cracked the code. And the good news is that sensors, such kind of sensors have started entering the market. So one thing is, I just talked of a bottle where you just hold and drink the water, but then while you're holding it, the sensors are so sensitive that they can read your VPK signals, which in older times the only learned sages could feel those VPK signals, but now the sensors are able to do that. So one, of course, how AI is able to capture data uh, is becoming more non-invasive and non-intrusive. Cost part, well, this is at this stage treated as novel, and I believe it will stay for next 2 to 3 years as more of a novelty, because even your Alexa, you buy it, you end up paying fairly decent amount of money. So it's a novelty that people are just chilling out of it, but then soon it will become a commodity and cost will start coming down. Addressing the bottom of the pyramid, at this stage, I do not foresee consumers at that stage so much aware that they would actually use. See, the smartphone penetration has certainly happened at the bottom of the pyramid also, but for them, and they are accessing apps to watch television serials and so on, but using any kind of app that helps them stay healthy is a subject that would take time for that community to actually catch on. But at the same time, uh, the same AI could be used by the government bodies, because they all now, there's a lot of government initiatives in the nutrition program. There's a Fit India program, there's a Poshan Abhiyan program. Now, simply distributing food or nutrition or ingredients to the community may not really help, and government at least has access to the community and is willing to make it more effective. And when I say effective, I'll give you one example I know of. 1.5 years back in the state of Andhra Pradesh, uh, so they have rationing system, and they realized that some of the districts had very high blood pressure, or I guess diabetes. And what they did is that they created a rationing system where it was district specific rationing. So they knew that there's a lot of blood pressure, so there was taxation, heavy taxation deployed onto salts and some spices, and what was being rationed did not have a standard rationing like, okay, supply this to whole over the state. the rice instead of white was brown rice, and so on. So it was regionalized. That means government machinery is recognizing regionalization based on the diseases that are occurring, and they could use the devices, AIs, data capture, because all you need is data to help at least governments serve that community better. And this is not that I'm talking of government should do. I know that two states, there may be others also. So I know of two, state of Kerala and Andhra Pradesh are already doing this. Okay, they are using artificial intelligence. May not be the high end, but then good for them to, bring some sense into the kind of food or rationing that is happening to the bottom of the pyramid. So that's it for now, because it's mostly the government play at that community. But then sooner or later, because they have smartphones, they are using data, they are getting, and thanks to the television serials where all the actors, right from grandmother to the kid, looks all same young. Okay, so there is an aspirational value coming in, and people are trying to find out. So they will eventually evolve, but then I believe it will take time. At this stage, I think it is the government machinery which will use AI to reach out and provide nutraceuticals that are more relevant and outcome driven.